Hiya, Diana. Lovely to see you. See me out, guys. Just see somebody else come on, guys, but I don't know who it is. Everyone should get one of these, Diana, shouldn't they? If anyone wants link, let me know, guys. And I shall post it. Hello, Lorraine. Lovely to see you. There's one person there from... Hey, it's telling me, you know, but I don't know, because as soon as I come off in that video already, guys, I think it'd have been about 13, something, 17, something like that had been on. So I never know who's on, guys, but as I always say, if I'm not seeing you and if I'm not saying hello, if I'm not mentioning anything that you're asking me any questions, guys, it's because I can't see you. My bill would nick it. Hey, guys, listen, just before we get started, I've just, you know, you have to put a title when you go live on YouTube. Oh, that fuzziness is there again. Really bad, guys. Really bad tonight. Can you lot see me all right? And hear me all right? It's strange, isn't it? How some of you ain't come back. But then maybe, you know, I don't know. This is what they try to do, innit? Yes, loud and clear. Have you started talking yet? No, Lorraine. I just did a quick one to try and get people to share it to let people know that I'll be on at 8:30. But even now, guys, I don't think people are getting my notifications. But anyway, you know, I didn't know whether to do. I was going to do a video. You can't hear, Lorraine. Try going out and coming back in again, lass. Does this to you all the time, doesn't it, Lorraine? They're really clamping down now, aren't they? They're pathetic. Dregs. They really are. Lorraine, try going back out and come back in, lass, and then let me know you can hear me. I saw that video, guys, of that guy today. Was it today or yesterday in London? And although I think he did really well, I was saying one hour we're going to do a video because I thought, well, I never know how many's on. You know, and it's horrendous, isn't it, guys? I'll just have to get going, water. If I can't see you guys, I do apologise. It's fascist book. CIA, you know, domestic terrorists. So I watched that video and I felt really frustrated because I think to myself, how many times? Now I know Tara's not here, guys. So I know for a fact they are doing, you're talking proper shadow band. I'm probably about 97, 90, I'd guess about 90, 96, 97% shadow band. Because this isn't normal, is it? Hiya, Andy. Lovely to see you. This isn't normal, is it? And you might be able to see me, but trust me, I can't see you. I can't see. That screen is just, it's all just static. All across it. You know. And I, you know, I can see it all in my glasses. If I take my glasses off, I can't see you properly, can I? So I've no choice. So I'm wearing this in support of our beautiful Britain to make it great again, and in support of my absolute angel sent by God, Mr. President Trump in America. I am, guys. So Diana, you sent me Iron Ash. Diana, you sent me a free, something free from Trump, didn't you? You put my name on it. And I flipping tried to claim one, but it's only for America, guys. So I can't have one even. I'm his biggest fan, aren't I? I ain't a fan, I just love him to death because he's just, you know, like, oh, thanks, Andy. Like I said, you know, he's a man of God, that one. There's going to be a lot of people that are very, very ashamed of themselves when it all comes out. There is. I'm not putting anyone down or up, guys. You know, it's up to you whether you want to believe that he's a good man or a bad man. I'm not telling anyone what to think, but I know. And I just think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be absolutely devastated where they've treated that man. So anyway, I'll move on. I'm going to get Vicky to get you one. Oh, yeah, Diane, I never thought of that. My friend's in America. I do want one, you know, because I do love him, as you know, don't I? Right, guys, I'm going to get into it. I'm not staying on long. I'm just going bang, bang, bang with this, and I'm going to leave you all to think about it and share it, right? Because I just put a title on here, right? Using the Constitution. And it buffered and buffered and buffered. You'll see that later, because I won't be deleting it. It's me evidence in it. And then I realised that, and it said, we can't get you online this time. And I thought, that's because of what I've put. So I've had to separate it this time. Did anyone notice? Not staying on long, I heard that before. I know, Sharon, I'm terrible, aren't I? But no, I'm not, guys, because I weren't planning on coming on tonight. I've got my pyjama bottoms on with my Robins on. My girls bought me these because I've got my Robins on. Because, you know, Robins are very, very dear to me. They've got a very spiritual meaning to me, of my Robins. Hiya, Saskia, and glad you're back, love. Diana, I think I saw you come straight on. Lol, quick chat here. Yeah. So, guys, the reason that I'm saying I'm going to keep it focused is because I want, you know, people to start waking up. And how many times we keep saying that, hey, guys, if one's just coming on, make Britain great again. Great Britain. Do you remember when it used to be Great Britain? Before them, in that parliament, them dirty reptilians and rest of them, before they took the great out of it. Well, it will be great again. It will, guys. Trust me. So I'm watching this video today, and I'm watching this guy, and I just thought, oh, I am so frustrated, man. Because even though that guy were giving it back to this copper, I mean, I don't know if any of you saw behaviour of that, took in behaviour of that copper, but it were disgraceful. He were a copper, he were a thug. I keep telling you, the part of cabal, man. You know, but he were a proper criminal, one in uniform. Throwing him about, throwing a 73-year-old man on floor. It's all that about you horrible little, demon. These people, right, have got no regard for the common law of this land. They have got no regard, and cap it, for the supreme law of this land. No respect whatsoever. Not a thought for it. But do you know what really frustrates me, guys? And this is why I've come on. Apart from Tracy Blackwell, that I see often and I support often on the London marches for the boys, right? I don't see nobody using common law back at them lot. What's it? Why aren't people taking in common law? The Constitution is, without any shadow of a doubt, guys, the Constitution is the way forward. It really is. Police today just laughing at Tracy Blackwell. Were they again? Laughing at her again, were they? I tell you what, that woman's got some decorum in it. She's got some stamina, because could you cope with them doing that to you? If it were one of your children that had been mowed down in a terrorist attack, cabal, we know. I'm not going there tonight, guys. I'm not giving them satisfaction. Yeah, sorry, the Constitution, that's exactly what I meant to say, Diana, and I don't know where my head went, but the Constitution is the solution. Why aren't people listening to people like dragons that are offering to show people, to guide people, to educate people? They would not be throwing me about if I were in London. Just like, I know, guys, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying anybody 4 hours later. I know, Sharon, I'm terrible, but telling you now, they won't be throwing me around. Some just look down in shame. Well, so they should, because that were a blatant attack by an out-of-control thug who was in a police uniform, and he should be arrested forthwith and charged with actual bodily harm, grievous bodily harm, whatever it is. Because he meant to throw that 73-year-old guy to the floor, didn't he? Somebody said he punched him and all. I can't go there with that, guys, because I don't know. But if he did, now listen, guys. I'll tell you what's happening, shall I? The problem is that when people are going to London, especially, Manchester's as bad, I know, Leeds is as bad, because they're all criminal puppets, right? Half of them aren't even coppers. They're just being drafted in as heavies, just to beat patriots up, to keep their mouth shut, to keep them silent. Well, we're not doing that no more. We're not. And I'll tell you what, it won't be long now, guys, before I have that microphone, I'm out there in the faces. But listen, right, the Constitution is, without any doubt, our supreme law of this land is the solution. Don't need to be any violence. What you need to do, if you're faced with that position, why do you think they keep attacking the dragons in every way? Because they know they are correct. Yeah, Diana. Why are you attacking? I can't get into that, guys, can I? Because I've no doubt that when I get back on again, that same one will get me banned again. Pathetic. But I've told you, I'll be on doorstep. I will. I'll be asking questions. So anyway, they might think I won't, but I don't promise no that I don't keep to. And I aren't threatening no violence for anybody that's just come on tonight and not seen the other one and thinks, oh, she's threatening to go and beat her. No, I won't lower myself. I do it with this, and I do it with this. Because those people that want to get people like me banned off of fascist book as soon as I get back on, they're not on our side, are they, guys? Oh, they need to get into lawful rebellion, right? You've got a bit ahead of me there, Nash. Because I am going to discuss that, but I'm going to discuss that in with the next part, which I'm going into, which is the council tax. Okay. Or any taxes that people can control, really, if you're self-employed. If you can't control them, it's a bit difficult, innit? But know that you can do something about it after. I'm telling you now, know that you can. So, no, don't be sorry, Natalie. I'm just letting you know, love, that I haven't forgot. No, I haven't forgot it. So, so let me just go over this with this copper then, right? So this copper stood in this guy's face, isn't he? Right? Well, straight away, he's in his personal space. That guy's got a right under the common law of no loss, no harm or injury, and he's also got, within that, he's got rights to his own space, his own personal space. Okay, that copper had no reason to be stood 1 or 2 foot at the most away from his face. He was in his personal space, and that is it is a form of it's an intimidation, and so it's part of an offence, because he's causing distress and he's causing alarm to that person. Whether that person's handling it or not, he is causing distress and he is causing harm to that person. End of. Now, that lad did fight back, don't get me wrong, and he told him, get out of my personal space. But here's what I would have said, guys. Instead of going all right houses about what you can do here and what you can do there, I would tell you, I put myself in his position, I'll tell you what I would have done. Then it's up to you to maybe go and do a bit more research, go and look at dragons, go and look at common law, www.commonlawcourt.com. I'm not saying out yet, Nash, because I ain't got to it. But go and register yourself and everybody in your family on the common law. You register your birth certificates. Right, that's your first step. Christine, have you ever watched the Carl Lentz vid on YouTube? He is a must watch. No, Andy, but could you please inbox me that? I won't be able to say thank you or anything, because, guys, and I can't answer messages, remember, because I'm banned for 30 days for nothing. For nothing. Because I've got a voice and because I use it. That's why. And because I talked about reptilians. And I'll tell you something else I know, guys, and I'm going to come back to this at end. You know, overnight when I were on, I told you I don't tell lies. I told you about demons, didn't I? And I told you about reptilians and stuff. Right? I'm not even going to go there yet. I'll go back to that. So, the guy's in his space. Now, the guy said to him, get away from me. You're in my space. Well, what he should have said was, Constable, you are in my personal space. Therefore, you are impeding on my rights. And when he started to get aggressive with him, I would have said to him, I would remind you, Constable, that you are a civil servant and that we employ you as that civil servant to do your job correctly. If you lay one hand on me from this moment forward, that is your choice. However, in doing so, you will be held responsible. Any one of you that place your hand on me will be held responsible in a common law court at some point in the future, in the very near future. And that is the way that I would have dealt with that, right? Because then they know, and you have said, right? You have told them plainly, right? It's good to have witnesses to what you say. So you say it nice and loud and very focused and very exact to them. Because once I'm sorry, guys, that I'm not interacting too much with your comments tonight. The only way a police constable can step in front of you and stop you as if your life is at risk or harm. Yeah. Or, you know, obviously, if you've just committed a crime, they can come in your space and arrest you. But that guy, right, and you've just brought me to something else there, Diana, right, before I move on. That guy was doing nothing wrong. It was on public property. Now, the second thing is they were telling them all to move back. Well, they never had to move a step. They weren't creating any loss, any harm, or any injury. They were stood in a public place. Now, don't get me wrong, the police can ask them to move back. They can say, would you mind moving back, please? But they can't demand it like they were doing and pushing them today. Because that's assault. Yeah. That is assault. Because they're causing them harm and distress. And the guy that they've arrested today and released without charge, he's got all marks from handcuffs. Well, whichever one of you put them cuffs on him, constables, you'll be stood in a common law court. You're all, every single one of them in London, guys. I watch them all the time and I see them attacking Yellow Vests. I see them attacking Patriots. And I say every single time, I'll see you in court. We'll see you in court. And it's fact, guys. Yeah. Yeah, Lisa, it's assault. That is not me just wind and piss, guys. That's a fact. And until people start realising the way to deal with these monsters, the other thing is you don't let them bully you. That lad, hats off to him today. I salute him. He stood right up to that one. And he's going to him. Shh, shh. Condescending little bald, disgusting thug in uniform. Absolute thug in uniform. Shh, 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 shh. If somebody does that to me, I say to him, you better not do that to me again. That is the most disrespectful thing you can do to somebody. Condescending, disgusting. What's the word I'm looking for? Confronting. Evil, nasty members of that Metropolitan Police Force. And that one in Manchester. Was it in Manchester it happened today, I think, guys? If a policeman gives you an order, you can give him an invoice for carrying out the order and he must pay you. And if you know, guys, look into common law. But I'm just going over a few things on it. I'm not going into it in detail, guys. But what I'm doing is I'm analysing that thing. And what that guy was saying was fine. But without getting himself annoyed. You see, once you get annoyed, they've got an excuse then to say, right, you're under arrest, which they did, didn't they? Yeah. What were you under arrest for, you that arrested him? Please, I'd like to know. Because you had no right to arrest him, did you? And that's why you released him without charge. Isn't it? You know, guys. But what I'm trying to say is, right, people need to start getting up, standing up, getting on that street, and don't be frightened of them. And when them coppers are saying, get back, you say, whoa, I'm just telling you now. After you've asked them a couple of times, don't put your hands on me. Your second or your third time is, listen, you can do exactly what you want to do here today. But I am warning you right now, if you put your hands on me from this moment forward, an innocent woman, I'm not a person, and I'm very much alive. I'm a woman, right? I am not the person that you think you can throw about. And by the way, I'm the executor. I can't say a word right. Executor of that. And I'm claiming it. So, all people have got to do is consider the common law and go and look at the common law. It is there on www.commonlawcourt.com. You register your birth certificate for free. You register your family's birth certificate for free. And then what you do is, God grief, guys, there is no person on this planet that can tell me that they can't see that government's committing total treason. There's 183 of them, is there, that signed that bloody blue thing? Not going into that tonight, guys. I'll do it another night if somebody wants me to. But that's about signing up, saying that it's okay for New World Order. They've agreed to it. If you haven't seen that, go to Caroline Stevens with a P and have a look. While you're at it, have a look at Lisbon Treaty. That's sinister. I'm not going into them tonight, guys. It's an intimidation, Christine. They are trying to scare people into not going on streets. If you don't work, it don't work though. We know what they are, government puppets. Listen, guys, when I always say to you, lose your fear. It's that easy. It is. Because you have nothing to fear, because these are just criminals and paedophiles, right? If they want to drag you down and after you've told them, after the second push, listen, you do that again, I'm under, and this is the thing you say, I stand under common law, not maritime law. I'm a woman, not a man. I'm a woman, not a person. Or I'm a man, not a person. I'm not the entity that you think you can throw around. And I'm warning you now, if you put your hands on me again, from this point forward, you will be stood in a common law court. And trust me, within a fortnight, I'd have him in a common law court. I would. And you could too. And that's all that people need to just get that bloody rid of that fear. You know? Listen. Once you've got yourself, you don't even have to actually go and get yourself registered, your birth certificate registered under common law. You don't have to do that to go into what I'm going to tell you next. Lawful rebellion, guys. Are you standing under your oath today, Constable? That's another one, Lisa. Boom. When they try to tell you all the acts and statutes and you're not allowed to do this and you're not allowed to do that, are you standing under your oath today, officer? In a court, I'd like to see your oath of office, please. Because then, you're not even in their jurisdiction, because we know they're all corrupt. Every single magistrate's court, the lot of them, they're all corrupt. They're all being run on maritime. Now, before I go into council tax, which is a knock-on from this, because I'm using this to explain to you how I went into lawful rebellion. Now, I know, guys, don't get me wrong, that most of you that's on here know this. That worked for me with armed police outside Welsh Assembly building. Boom, Marie, Lisa. See what Lisa's put there, guys? Magistrates' Court is a shipping, a dry dock, yeah. They're under maritime law where we're all dead at sea, guys. And doesn't that on itself, guys, make you want to stand up and reclaim who you actually are? Because I'm not going into it all. I'd be here all night, wouldn't I, guys? Just look back on some of my other videos, guys, if you've not seen them before. Again, guys, I'm not talking directly to you lot on here. I know you know, but we need to get this spread, don't we? Why are people not using the common law? Why ain't Tommy Robinson using common law? He's been offered it by dragons. The old system needs demolishing, starting again from foundations. Yeah, I want it bombed. I do. Don't you? I think we should get a petition up to get that place just bombed, because it's infested with evil rats. Dirty, filthy paedophiles run that place. And that is a fact. So people need to grow a backbone, don't they? Either grow a backbone or find some way of caring about anybody else but yourself. Because that's all the two things that are stopping you from standing up in it. Guys, the more we all talk about it, the more people will wake up. Well, it's like, in a way, and it's a bit like pulling teeth, isn't it? Because how many times, guys, have I done a video on Constitution? Not in any kind of depth or out, but I've talked about what I've, within what the experience has been or what have you. So listen, I know a lot of you know, guys, and I'm sorry for repetition, but people may, that watch it maybe later. I don't know what your reason is for not doing what's a peaceful way of getting our country back. But that's your first one. Can you see it, guys? That's your lawful rebellion form. It's already typed out. For you, all you have to do is put your name in and sign it and get fingerprints and that and put a stamp on it. If anybody, I'm not going to explain these tonight, guys, but if anybody wants me to, go look back on my other videos or ask me. That's why they want to stop people marching and protesting on the streets. Yeah, listen, guys, right? Another important point before I go on. I've just seen some. I think Caroline Stevens had been going on about Lisbon Treaty, and to cut a long story short, she's been getting a lot of flack. Oh yeah, how's that and what have you? So she's dug deeper and she's got a load of stuff. And to cut a long story short, by 2000, their Agenda 21 and their Agenda 30. Obviously, again, guys, if anyone hasn't seen that, go and have a look at it. I was sharing clergy plan 3.5 years ago, and now there's people sharing it now, and I'm like, it's so frustrating, because people do not realise how serious this is, because their next plan, right, was to herd us into a united federal state where we were slaves and they're our masters. I'm not going into detail into that, my other videos, you know, like I said, guys, in it. Read the bottom of the £5 note under the picture of Winston Churchill. Right, I will do, Andy. Did you hear that, guys? Read the bottom of the £5 note under the picture of Winston Churchill. It's funny you should say that, Andy, because I were looking at some pound coins yesterday. Because somebody said, I got some at tea, you know. I said, we can't take that loss. It's an old one. I said, well, old, what do you mean? That pound coin's an old one. I said, well, somebody's give it me. That's what I'm like. But I thought, bloody hell. So I started looking back at new ones, see if they were out on them. Only a little look like, you know. But anyway. So that's the first form you send. That's Article 61. I'm not even going into it, guys, but it's basically on about the treason. And the fact that Article 61 demands, it doesn't just ask us, it demands that when we know that there's corruption and criminality and treason going on, that we go into lawful rebellion. So that's your first one. Those of you who remember, I sent that one only, because since I sent that one, and since I told the Tracy from the Wakefield Council, don't matter how you can tell me to your blue-it face, you're going to send me a summons, love. I ain't going to be paying your note. Right? They sent me a council tax bill. Now we're going to send them a second document that I'm going to show in a minute. But I thought, hang on, I'll just wait and see if I get any warnings. I've had nothing. I've had nothing. I am living proof that when you go into lawful rebellion, you will not have to pay your council tax. You have to do it properly, yeah, but you don't have to pay your council tax. I am in the middle of taking the magistrates at Bradford to court, to a common law court, the judge, the usher, the court-appointed legal advisor who were actually running the court under Sharia law, if you ask, that I believe. We've already got Sharia law going on in this country, guys. It's just taken us a while to wake up to it. And by God, if we carry on like, do you know what this research that I was doing today showed me without a shadow of a doubt that they are just continuing with their New World Order plan and all this censorship and all the rest of what's going on, pushing patriots about, throwing them to the floor, robots for bloody coppers, traitors, absolute traitors. And not only are they traitors, they're abusing our people with it. How dare they? How dare they? You know, the only reason that I didn't do a video that day and show you how to handle them, you know, from what I were doing, is because I had someone with me that were worried. Otherwise, I would have done. And I will be doing very shortly, I'm telling you. And let any of them come after me, I'll have every single one of them. Just like I'll have all of them in Bradford and Halifax Council that have totally ignored is the guy that I'm doing, you know, helping, the one guy that's got like a 10-year-old's mind is, you know, special needs sort of thing, if you like. If we stay in the EU, we'll have Napoleonic code law, common law will be gone. I know. And that's, listen, guys, right? They're pushing away our constitution. They are doing everything they can to change that constitution. When I put that first video title up, they would not let me go live. You'll see that for yourself later if you have a look. We will live in North Korea too. I'll tell you something about Lisa, about North Korea, shall I? Kim Jong-un were controlling North Korea. He is now, but he wasn't. Cabal were. It were them that were testing out nuclear weapons and stuff. I kid you not. I kid you not. I only had to send that one in. They've left me alone. They've not even sent me a reminder. They've sent me the council tax bill, but they must have thought there'll be a notice, won't there? Don't, for whatever reason, excuse they've given that you don't come back at me. I've had nothing. My next thing will be my bedroom tax if I'm not back out, and better. But your second one then, once you've sent that, writing in red pen, remember, because red pen is you're alive and black pen is you're dead, and blue, I think that's more or less same as dead, really. And, start noticing in these letters where they put your name in capital letters, but they also, let me just show you something. They also put something else in capitals, and I want to just point this out to you guys. I'm sorry I'm not talking a lot tonight, guys. I've not even had another bill, just a reminder and a final notice. Diana, do what I'm doing here, girl. Honestly. I thought if this were his or mine. This is what I was going to send back to him, but I just sent my lawful rebellion. But they were on the second one, they were going to get this. Because what it says, it's got red lines through, and it says nil and void, common law woman in lawful rebellion underlined. And then it says, please find enclosed document 2 of 3 before common law court action against Wakefield Council and all involved. It's every single one of them, remember, that's been involved in the processing of that summons and executing that summons, right? I ain't had to send it because they've left me alone. Because they know, I know. Now then, let me just show you something else while we're on it. I'm going to have a field day with this lot, I'm telling you. I'm going to have a field day with a lot of them. It's not the one I'm looking for, right? But, like they write, everyone knows, don't they? Well, most people should know by now that they write your name in capitals because you're a fiction. Well, they also write things like how to pay in capitals. Now, I wonder why that is. And let me just find something else for you to look at. I'll be seeing these lot in court soon, guys. I've just sent this off back to this lad that I'm supporting who's got he's a vulnerable adult and I'm supporting him with it. He's asked me not to involve his work, so I won't. It makes it easier for me, doesn't it? But I was prepared to. But they've been ordered by an attachment of earnings, right? Now, what I've noticed about this is that this doesn't even come from court. It comes from council tax. Absolute cheek of it, right? So it's the attachment of earnings from his wages. Now, I've sent that back to him and I've written on in red pen, this must, underlined, cease immediately, and all, underlined, monies returned forthwith. Calderdale Council are causing Scott Lee of the Renahan family loss, harm and injury. And then On the address, I've scrubbed out Scott Renahan, and I've left it Mr. Scott of the Renahan family. Living man, in inverted commas, not, in caps, the person, entity, under the corrupt system, the current corrupt system. They've got it back, right? Now then, look at what I'm saying here. Let me just, I don't want to show his address, you see. It's all right giving my bloody address out like a bloody blondie in it, but it's not good for anybody else. This is not last year's what they've done this liability order for. When I went in that court and told them it was unlawful what they were doing, and they totally ignored me and cut me off. They're going to pay for that very soon. Because tomorrow I am sending off the third document that I'm going to show you in a minute, right? For him. Right? This is a letter that says, "Dear Sir, Madam, my records show that you have not paid your council tax as required. The payments you should have made are shown on your most recent bill." Now, then it says, "Reminder overdue council tax, an amount now due." Now, you have a look at that. Can you see it, guys? Let me just see if you can see it. They're in caps. Why is reminder overdue council tax? Why is that in capitals? And why is amount now due in capitals? Because it's a scam. Because it's corrupt. Because there's no reminder of overdue council tax. Only if you remain the person playing the scam. I don't mean playing the scam. What I mean is allowing the scam. Right? An amount due now in capital letters. Why? The summons that he got, I've got that somewhere. I don't know if I've got it to hand. But the summons he got, I wish to God I could find that bloody thing. Where is it? Oh, yeah. Oh, no, hang on. That's mine where I rang that Tracy and they threatened to put me, they threatened me and said, you're still going to get a summons. And I said, well, that's up to you, love. But look, council tax reminder is in caps. Why is it in caps, guys? Nothing else is in caps. Because it's a lie. The same reason your name is always in caps. Because it's a lie. If you're dead, like they say you are, then how the hell can they write to Christine Foley? You're the dead entity. And if that don't make you angry, then let your morals, I don't mean you guys, but people out there that are doing nothing, the Constitution is the solution. Even if you don't register on common law, like I've said, and go back on my videos, guys, I've done it and I've explained it all. One big fraudulent lie, Diana. Just let me know, guys, that you don't mind me just running through it instead of, dropping off all the time, because I just want to get it done, because I've got a few things to do and but I just wanted to, I don't understand, Tommy. I'll tell you what, guys, right? I've always supported Tommy Robinson, right? And I think what happened to him the other day, I'm not even going into it, right? But it was disgusting. And I'll probably do one on that, in with my next one. But that was absolutely disgusting. He was attacked. He had that milkshake thrown all of him. I'll tell you something, right? That could have been acid. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Next time, that could be acid. That could have been a knife. Where were any security around that guy? The coppers did nothing. I watched it, guys. They did nothing. They walked off. A Muslim copper walked off and left Tommy Robinson, and Tommy followed him and said, where are you going? And there were a female criminal in uniform pulling the door and telling Tommy Robinson, get off the door. You deserted your duties. That man could have been murdered. They could have all set about him, knifed him. They could have stabbed him. They could have bloody poured acid all over him. And where were you lot? Running away. Because you think that you're protected under your Sharia law, that you've all, you all think you've got, sorry guys, got to be said. You think that you're running Sharia law in this country, you're dreaming, you set of bloody horrible gits. You're dreaming. Trust me. You've got no chance, because there's millions of me out there, isn't there, guys? There's millions of us, guys. Tommy will have you wait, even if he did become an MEP. It's the EU Commission that makes the decisions. Listen, guys, I don't know. Why has he not come out and explained that yet? Why has Tommy Robinson not coming out and explaining? Because I've seen his views going down. Have you? I have. I've seen his views going right down. He needs to come out and needs to explain. Listen, guys, if it's worth out, right, I believe that Tommy's with us. I do. And I believe that, there's reasons why he can't say a lot of stuff that he's not saying. But I don't see any reason why he can't use common law against them coppers. Even if they take no notice, you've put them on notice. And you do them. That's what you do. You just do them. I've thought about taking fascist book now on my own. But I just think, well, do it with a bit better, Christine, and you're able to even go out there, properly. But I'm absolutely fuming. There were hundreds of kids fighting in my hometown last night, aged between 11 and 17. 2 different valleys, the Sinon Valley and Rhoda valleys, fighting each other. A 17-year-old boy got stabbed. Oh. Guys, how many stabbings in London alone? There's been nearly 50, haven't there? Is it more than 50? People, when you go to London, not you guys, I know you know. And if you, again, guys, if you're on here and I'm not speaking, I'm not saying hello, and I'm not answering any comments that you're making, it's because I can't see you. I can't see you. But you're all with me in my heart, right? And I'm telling you now, guys, share this, because I'm going to go on a bit now, right? Once you've got that in, that's all I needed to send in. If they're still not taking any notice, that's your second one. And it's called Affidavit of Truth. Now, you can write your own Affidavit of Truth, your own Statement of Truth, or you can ask the Dragons to send you a lawful rebellion pack, guys. I know you will not know, guys, but people maybe watching late might not. Remember, guys, when you're sharing this video, share the link, because they block you sharing it. So Saskia's put FUCK London, it's a cesspit, and YouTube are reviewing it. You pathetic CIA. But domestic terrorists, and we all know it, and we're coming for you. We are coming for you. So you write it out yourself in red pen, guys. All you need to do is follow that. Write it out in red pen. Always write in red pen. Never, ever send them the one that you've written out, the original. Photocopy it and send it. If you want any more details about, where you send it and stuff, just look back on my other videos, or ask me, well, you can't ask me because I'm banned out. I took 20 seconds. But ask, such as Gary or Nathan, or, one at Dragons, or ladies on here, guys, all help each other. Have you all made friends with each other, guys? Because that's a good way forward as well, isn't it? And all I've done, I've put at the top, lawful rebellion, document 2 of 3 before common law court action. So I'm reminding them. There's your stamp. There's your blood finger. What do you call it? You know what I mean? Fingerprint. Okay. And then at the bottom, you write, you know, where I've written here, I've wrote of the family. So it's your first, second name of your surname, family. That puts you under common law. That puts you under lawful rebellion. That is a warning that they've not taken any notice of number 1, lawful rebellion. And that is called, can you see it, guys? It's called your claim of right. That is your final document. These documents, he's sent that, he's taken a notice. 10 days later, so these are all 10 days apart, guys. 10 days later, affidavit of truth. But write it out in red pen, get your stamp and your fingerprint at the bottom. Anybody wants more, have a look on my videos or get back to me. They've ignored that. Now, he said he were off sick last week and he only did 2 full days. So he doesn't know, because I said to him, let me know. Because they've got that second one now, you see. And I've plainly put on it, lawful rebellion, document 2 of 3 before common law court action. They must think I'm talking out of my backside and I'm just trying to bluff them. Big mistake. Remember the one on phone who said to me, who's your sheriff going to be then? I've already got my sheriff. You idiot. And you're just about to be sued, knob. You know, guys, are you going to the Vets March in Cardiff? They have a static where they will be doing speeches outside museum. Cardiff, where's Cardiff, guys? Oh, how terrible. I'll have a look at it later, Lisa. I want to go to Dragons one, though. I'm going to ask Dragons and all, guys, if I can have a bit of a speech. I am. And it won't be, you know, about anything in particular. It'll just be my feelings and thoughts, you know, around strengthening people. And, you know, I have read that a Lord's report today, right, that were full of New World Order, right, that were full of military unification. You think your kids won't be going out and fighting in wars at 16-year-olds? Oh, yes, they will. If European Union got the way. Do you all think this European Union some sort of, you know, we need it. You are. Unfortunately, guys, some will not know the danger and the absolute necessity for us to get out of that EU until hammer's dropping on their head. Until head's being chopped off. And that is being blunt, but it's right. May the 18th at 11. Wales, oh, that's, yeah, Diana, it's in Wales. I thought it was Cardiff, Wales. That's a bit far for me, love. Unless anybody's going from round by me, and I doubt that. Although I would like to go to Wales. I really would. I would like to go to Wales. And they were very supportive of leave, weren't they, Wales? You know. So that's your third one, and that is your final one, and that is your claim of right. So, for instance, he sent the first one. I sent the first one, they've left me alone. He sent the first one, they carried on. He sent the second one, he doesn't know whether they've stopped because he only got 2 days' wages, right? They take a set percentage. Now, I've no doubt that they're going to try and keep going, thinking that I'm blagging them. Now, that claim of rights I'm going to read out to you, because that's your final document. And they all go 10 days apart. So you send the first one. If you've not heard it, if they're still taking the wage, normally what I do is if it's, say, like 10 days on Tuesday, I wait till Thursday to see if he gets it taken out on his wage slip. Because I've given them direct instructions to cease. He has not gone into lawful rebellion because he feels like it. He's gone into lawful rebellion because he knows there's criminality, he knows there's corruption, and he is expected. It is demanded under the Magna Carta, Article 61. It is demanded when you suspect even, or when you know without any doubt, as we do, you are demanded to withhold taxes that you can obviously manage to. I rang them up, didn't I, the week about bedroom tax, just putting them on notice. Who's involved in this bedroom tax? Well, it's not us that brings it forward, but who's involved with it? I know who's involved with it. It's called the Dale Council. It's council. I'll get to them. But like I said, guys, I can't do it all at once because it's too much for me. My anxiety. You know. They'd be on me. They'd be trying to get me out of this house. And at the moment, I aren't strong enough to... I am strong and I would deal with it. But it's not necessary. One thing at a time, innit, guys? One thing at a time. 17 out of 22 constituents have voted leave in Wales. Only the high immigration areas voted stay. Yeah. Now listen, Lisa. Glad you've said that, love, because I'm going to pick that out as an example, right? Lisa's saying 17 out of 22 constituencies voted leave in Wales. Only the high immigration areas voted stay. So these people, what Lisa's saying there in effect, although she's not saying it herself, what I'm getting from that is that actually these people are not stupid. They're not thick, as in they don't know the common law and they won't, you know, not all of them, guys. I'm talking about radical lefties here. They actually agree with fascism. Tommy Robinson said to that girl that was screaming in his face, what an absolute, how much of an idiot twat did she make of herself? She had a chain on and he was asking her to take the chain out. And I'm not sure if it were a cross. I seem to be thinking it were a cross for some reason. But it was something to do with fascism. And she wouldn't bring, you know. And she's saying, what, you trying to bully me? And it's like, well, you'll have seen it, won't you, guys? They're absolute mouthpieces, right? But the cowards, just like them, behind that veil, that are doing all this to us, they would not come out. Not one of them would come out and face the likes of me. Or even Tommy Robinson. Do you know what I mean? Because he has them straight, doesn't he? And I damn well would. Won't you see me go? And they don't mean in a bad way. I'll be very professional about it. Trust me. So I'm going to read you this one, guys. And remember, they're 10 days apart. Once you sent this one, you wait 10 days and then you can convene your common law court. I'm going to tell you briefly out, you know, around about what to do with that. It says notice to agent is notice to principal. Again, guys, apologies for people that do know what I'm on about here. I'm not trying to be condescending. No, I'm not, honestly. It's just people that might watch it later. They need to have a decide. Is it because I'm frightened? And in that case, I need to grow a backbone. I'm protected by common law here. And do I care about other people? Do I care about my children's future? Because right now, guys, I don't see many people. I really don't. We're seeing thousands on streets, yeah, but why aren't the millions? This is the worst ever situation that the world has been in, ever, in history. And there's been some damn bad stuff in history, hasn't there? There's a lot about history that we don't know because they've kept it from us, but we'll find that out. There's guys out there now piecing that together. So, the claim of right, which is the final document, and I shall write in red pen. I shall write that out in red pen, and I have done, haven't I? Yeah. For me. Write it out. But it basically just says notice to agent is notice to principal. Notice to principal is notice to agent. Man. Michael. Oh, I nearly said his name then. Man. I'll make a name up, right? I'll use a pseudonym, right? Man. Timothy. Stewart. Of the Smith family. right? So it's your name. You put man, 2 dots, and then you put your first 2 names of the surname family. Executor of legal fiction. That's very important because you're the executor of that. I've just said it right, haven't I? Executor. They'll be executed. So, executor of legal fiction, 2 dots, Michael Ray, Timothy Stewart, whatever. You get me, don't you, guys? Nearly said it again then. It's not that it matters because they're sending these to everybody. I think it's actually a fictional name anyway. So then you say, I, Timothy Stewart of the Smith family, claim that all property held by me is under claim of right. Anyone who interferes with my lawful activities after having been served notice of this claim and who fails to properly dispute or make lawful counterclaims is breaking the law. Right? These aren't just words, these are law, common law, the supreme law of this land. I claim that my inalienable natural right to trial by jury in a court de jure for any apparent transgressions on my part, including an inalienable natural right of habeas corpus, and these shall not under any circumstances be infringed. What that means, I know what a lot of you know what it means, guys, but it means you're protected under common law, basically, right? And if anybody, once you've served that, you know, the same as when you're on site and coppers are trying to throw you about. You know, once they've been served with the notice that you stand under common law, and that's no loss, no harm, no injury, no fraud, right? You tell them what you do after I've served you or after I've told you in person, if you are in London or Manchester, Leeds, and they're throwing you about. What you do from this point is, you know, that's your choice, but it's also your responsibility, because I am letting you know now that once you lay one finger on me or push me in any way, causing me harm or distress or injury, you will. And you look them in eyeballs when you're saying it. And you make sure all the mates around them can hear you and all. Because then you've knocked all skittles out at one. Do you get me, guys? You just got to be strong and not let them intimidate you. What the hell are you letting criminals and paedophiles and basically a massive mafia? Why are you being frightened of people like that, guys? Gwent had the biggest leave percentage in Wales. Yeah, Andy. This is why they want them here. They have dropped the voting age to 16 years old in Wales for next election. Guys, listen. They're ignoring our Brexit. They're carrying on as if we'd just voted and it had been Remain. I'm telling you, people need to start standing up. Because, you know, right now, it's a Germany situation, isn't it? Because when they were getting right to where they were getting to, people were moving away from Germany, but there were people that just sat around like we did. There'll be people that have moved away, you know, with all this. UK to get away, but wherever they go, they're going to get hold of them because it's a New World Order thing. Anyway, guys, I'll carry on. I claim my right to live as a sovereign being. Now remember them 2 words, sovereign being, because I'm sick and I'm tired of hearing those politicians. What? I'm sick of hearing those excuses for MPs referring to Parliament as being sovereign. No, they're not. I am telling you 1000%, they are not. The Queen is sovereign because we lend her that sovereignty. If there's any slaves, it's them. That's why they're called public servants, and probably why they, you know, part of the reason why they hate us so much. But there's a massive picture to it. There's a much bigger picture to it. When I tell you about reptilians in that government, in that Buckingham Palace, I'm telling you fact. I've seen it, man. I've seen enough evidence. I would never spout, as you know, guys, without knowing it. So I claim my right to live as a sovereign being under the common law of the United Kingdom. The supreme law, guys. Acts and statutes, I've told you, and legislation mean nothing when it comes to the supreme law of this land, which is common law that they've tried to get rid of. And they've been succeeding. You know, but we didn't know. Anyone can come and dive on someone's back when they've got the back turned, can't they? But if you see them coming, and you've got a duty to stand up and fight back. They're annihilating us. I'm about 97 to 98% shadow banned on here. I know I am. I am on fascist book. People, again, I know there'll be people on here because I just know every time I do a video, it might not be much more, guys, but I know there's more people on here and I can't see you. I can't even say hello to you. And I can't even, you know, answer a question that you might be asking. Because YouTube, which is fascist book, which is all of them, all the cabal together, I try to silence this. But all I do when they knock me down, I come back twice as strong, daughter, guys. So carrying on with this. I claim my right to live as a sovereign being under the common law of the United Kingdom, that no loss, harm or fraud comes to me, either by public servants or members of societies. It is my duty, remember that word and cap it, duty, not you guys, but anyone that might watch this later, right? It is my duty under Article 61 of the Great Charter, Magna Carta, go and have a look at it if anyone doesn't believe it, to be in lawful rebellion under the transgressions of the problems we have, brackets, treason, ECA Act 1973, the Single European Act 1986, Maastricht Treaty 1992, Amsterdam Treaty 1997, the Nice Treaty 2001, and the Lisbon Treaty 2008 have been corrected. So you're telling them I'm going into lawful rebellion until the corruption's brought to justice. And we resume a normal, peaceful, God-loving society. You know, without going into more detail. I claim the right that now listen, this is it. I claim the right that they all be voided under the constitutional laws of the United Kingdom. In God we trust, the divine creator of all things. That is your witness, as is mine. You have received this without ill will, vexation, or prejudice. Now, I ain't had to send them with the two, and perhaps I should, but I just see it as well, if they're not doing me any harm, if they've backed off when I've warned them, I haven't taken it any further. But see, this lad this lad that's got probably, you know, a mind of, a mental age of about 10, that they're crucifying, and he can't pay his rent. And he's just sent me a message today saying, can I borrow your sandwich toaster because I can only afford bread and beans. It's hard, really hard to hear him, you know. He gets so down and he's saying, I'm going to get kicked out of my house. I said to him, you're going to be rich by the time I finish with these twats, trust me. I'm going to have every one of you. Sorry, guys. Just going through you there for a sec. To Halifax Council, criminals, corrupt, is in lawful rebellion. And I'm going to have every single one of you that's had any involvement in doing him for that council tax. TikTok. Get me, guys. So, what I also sent him, just to finish off with, guys, before I round up for the night, I sent him that. Can you see it? That is a genuine, I sent him copy, obviously, a copy of it, but that is the genuine article for the people versus the existing local authorities throughout Great Britain. Right? It's not great at the moment, is it? It's just Britain at the moment, isn't it? So the people versus the existing local authorities throughout Great Britain. Go onto the www. For those that don't know, common law, www.commonlawcourt.com, and you will find that document. And that document states quite clearly to that council that I've sent them a copy of, that in 2008, of April 2018, 2018, John Smith, I know his name, a lot of you might know, I don't know, but John Smith took the local authorities on behalf of the people to court in Scotland, I believe it was, about the council tax being illegal. They are only allowed to charge council tax for commercial businesses, not residents, not single residents, only for commercial businesses, commercial business, right? So I've just sent them a copy. I know I've written up back of that, but that's my original. I've sent him a copy of that page and that page, and within that, it talks about what Mr. Smith brought forward. I believe that's his name, Smith, because he's under, you know, they're harassing him, aren't they? Putting him on bail and stuff. He's done no wrong, but, you know, because he's doing all this, isn't it? So another one that's, you know, been wrongfully arrested and imprisoned or whatever, right? Yeah, I'm sick of them, are you? Absolutely sick of them, guys. So I sent him a copy of this, and it basically says, I'll just read first paragraph, for instance, convened as a lawfully recognised common law court on the 8th of April 2018, the common law court named and indicted the following respondents for crimes ranging from a willful neglect of duty, malfeasance, a failure in the duty of care owed to the pursuers, fraud, and theft. And every single word of that has gone from the court case. That is fact. So why people are scared to stand up and go into lawful rebellion, I've no idea. You just have to be strong when you're telling them and all. You don't even have to contact them. Really, you shouldn't contact them at all. I gave them warning. I didn't just let them send it me and send me reminders and do them. I gave them warning. So I stayed within the law, and I gave them a chance. And Wakefield backed off. The Halifax think they're clever. You've got that little jumped up little shit saying to me, well, are you going to convene your court then? But what about your sheriff? Where's your sheriff going to come from? You're about to find out, you little shit. Get me, guys? You know what I mean? So, I've sent them a copy of this. That goes from what the case were about, which was the people against John Smith on behalf of the people of Great Britain. United Kingdom, sorry. Or Great Britain. I think it's all of it, innit? I don't know. But anyway, I don't know because I haven't looked, but I will look now just to be sure. But, you know, I'm saying, does council tax cover Scotland, Northern Ireland and Wales, or is it just Britain? I'll have to just check that. Yeah, Lisa, getting voted again. They try to kick me out every couple of seconds. So look, you see what I mean, guys? They try to kick you out again. People need to start listening to me, don't they, guys? So there, what I'm doing, guys, is I'm saying, one, when you're in a situation where you've got these criminals in uniforms, because that's exactly what they are, they're throwing you about or they're threatening you, use the common law. People say to me, you got to learn about their statutes and acts and all that, though, because you got to name section 1. No! People that want to do that, that's fantastic. I don't need to do that. All I need to know is the common law of no loss, no harm, no injury, no fraud. And I know that they're committing every one of them. And what I'll be saying to them is, listen, from this moment forward, if you put your hands on me, that's your choice. But it's also you take responsibility for it, because I will have you in a common law court within a matter of a couple of months. And I mean it. And you've got to mean it. And you stay calm. The worst thing you can do is get yourself wound up, because then you just give them a reason to snap cuffs on you. Don't you, guys? So there's your council tax and your common law. Why aren't people fighting back with common law? I know for a fact if one of them come in my face and did that to me, by the time I'd finished speaking and reminding them that they are constables, not sergeants, not chief constables, all these criminal names they've given themselves. Chief constables, well, what you've got to remember, right, if you look at a chief constable, look in his face, right, and realise that he is a dirty, filthy, lying criminal. They all are at the top. I'm telling you now. Do not consent. Act and statutes only work by consent. When they say to you, do you understand? You say, no, I don't. No, I don't understand. Because as soon as you say yes, you've entered into that contract with them. You've entered into that person with them. You say, no, I don't understand. I stand under common law, and you point out it is the supreme law of this land. Now, please leave my space because you are causing me distress and harm. And if they won't move or they put their hand on you, you tell them. What you do from this point forward is up to you, but you will take responsibility for those actions, because if you lay one finger on me for the amount of times that you do, or any of your friends that are with you, your criminals, your criminal puppets that are with you, I'd say that and all because I'm telling the truth. You've got to go back at them and give it them back. Otherwise, you're just doing what everybody's been doing for decades unknowingly. You're just letting it happen. Now you know about it. Are you going to let it happen? Once that third document goes off on Monday, when I've had him sign it and do thumbprint again, right? Once that goes off, I'm going to have their asses in a court and summoned that quick. They won't know what's at them. They can think, well, we're going down anyway, but I'll have them before they go down. Trust me, guys. Why ain't Tommy Robinson using common law? Maybe there's a reason for it. I do believe he's fit people. Of course I do. I don't understand why he won't tell everybody why he's going for EU. And maybe that's part of the plan, guys, because remember, they're all working together, these good guys. They're not just working, you know, across the world, they're working together. They've been doing for decades. Just like they've been fooling us all and criminalising, you know, how could, I was going to say, how could we let them take control like they have? But we didn't know, did we, guys? But we know now. There's no excuses, sir. So it's all right, and I'm telling myself this as well, guys, and I've got PTSD and that and my anxiety, but I'm telling myself exactly the same as I'm telling every person out there. There ain't no excuse anymore. You need to at least get on the streets. We're not asking you to fight. We're just asking you to go and stand your ground and just tell them. Because I'm telling you now, if you don't show weakness and you're strong and you stand up to them, they won't arrest you. Because they know every word you says that comes out of your mouth, they know you mean it. Because you're not just telling them facts and they know it's fact. Half of them, they pretend they don't know law. They will do. Or they might not know a lot of constitutional law, but they know, even morally, that it's wrong to put their hands on us, don't they? And he knocked that 73-year-old guy to the floor like he were a teenager and smacked him, as far as I remember. Somebody said he'd smacked him. I didn't see it. And he was doing that because he wanted to blow. Remember, I watch him, I analyse him. He were ready to blow. He were doing that to himself. He were doing that because he were being passive aggressive. And as soon as that guy moved, I don't know what, he did nothing wrong. I think he told him to leave someone alone. He bloody dived on him, took him to the floor, and somebody said he punched him and all. And that guy was in his 70s. Yeah, Lisa. Living woman or living man. Your lawful rebellion form. Anybody wants any help, either ask the dragons or ask the guys on here. A lot of them, like Diana, Lisa, they know. I'm not off my band till 22nd, guys. So if you message me, I won't even get to message you back. I do stuff through Tara. If I see something important, I say post that to my wall and stuff, you know. Surprised they're even letting her do that. Probably, you know, now I've mentioned it, it might actually be dragged back. But that's, I know that you lot know, guys, that are on now, probably all of you. But there are people out there that don't. And I am sick and tired and so frustrated of people not using their God-given rights. The Queen has been lent the sovereignty from the people. And we can take that sovereignty back anytime we want. We are the sovereign. We have the power. Don't we, guys? And until people start getting on that bloody street, I aren't saying that everybody has to go to London. I can't. I won't be able to afford to. But there will be a day when I do go to London with obviously with my support, with Tara and my son-in-law. We will be going back there. And there will be other places that I go to. And again, I'm going to speak to Gary and see if I can do a little talk on that day around the Constitution and the fact that we have all the power and people are not using that power at all. They would know that if they decided to take me to the floor like they did that guy, or even arrest me like they did the other guy, they would know whatever their cleverness is and whatever way they think they're going to get around that, they would know, or they should know, if they weren't too clever and thought, oh, she's wrong, that I would have them. Every single one of them. The Constitution, guys, is the solution, Nash, yeah. You know, lawful rebellion. Once you're in lawful rebellion, you are protected under the Constitution. Even if they jump on you, which they wouldn't. You tell them, I'm under common law, the supreme law of this land. I'm a living lady, or I'm a living man. I'm not that entity that's dead at sea under maritime law, which is the corrupt system. I will throw everything at every single one of them, but I will do it very professionally, as you'll see when I start going out. As I said, guys, I don't want to do it, you know, too soon and end up. And then they'll come after me because I'm on sick. But I'll tell you what, they'll be done for that and all. Every one of them that's involved in that. I'm going to wait around. I'll do it. I reckon, you know, like I said, that guy's only worked 2 days this week. So he said, no, they've not taken note out this week. He said, but I've only had 2 days' wage, Christine. I said, yeah, that's probably what it is. I said, well, let's wait one next week. Because they've been told now, either stop this straight away, immediately, and refund this man, this living man, that you are taking, you are stealing money from his wages with the help of the Bradford magistrates and all them lot that are waiting to be taken to court. That's going to be very soon, trust me. TikTok. I rang that court, they won't give me any of the names. I'll find them out. Tickety-tock, tickety-tock, tickety-tock. Boom. Right, guys. I know I ain't, you know, broke off and interacted much tonight, guys. But again, you know what I'm like, if I do that, I end up on ages, don't I? I know some Polish people that have gone home. Well, that's, you know, Polish people, I love Polish people, I do. I've never met a bad Polish person, but I've met a few strange ones, you know, but not bad in their heart. But they, you know, they were bringing too many Poles in, weren't they? They were. But they were doing that to cover up fact that they're bringing out Muslims in, weren't they? They think we're bloody stupid. Did you sign it in red? Yes, Nash. Everything. Do not sign it. You don't have to sign nothing. All you have to do. So if I were looking at, say, you know, I'm using a pseudonym again, Nash here. But, you know, you'd be putting an end without ill will, malice or vexation, and then you just write the words in small, not in capitals. Your first letter can be capital if you want, or all of it small. And I would just be writing then, for instance, you know, I would just write Christine Ann of the Foley family. That's how you sign it. Always in red pen. Never use anything but a red pen. Don't do all caps with anything. You know, guys. And then you've just got to be committed to doing it. And look at the money that you're going to save out of your wages, man. How much is some of you paying? You know, I'm saying that because I've stopped paying mine, but I got help with mine because of being sick. But how much money are you lot paying? You're paying a fortune, aren't you? You don't have to if you do this. 1, 2, 3. 10 days apart, final one. Bang, still doing it. Summons. Get your common law court sorted out, which I practically have done. All you need your sheriff. That's what I was going to say at the end. I did another one, didn't I? And I forgot to say end of it, guys. You need your 12, you know, your 12 jurors. It's just 12 people, 12 of your people. And you need a sheriff. And the sheriff just needs to know about common law. That's all. And that's because when you get into court, if they're, you know, if their solicitors are trying to say, oh, there's this, that, and other, that they know as the sheriff they have got no chance with me. I am taking the judge. I am taking the court-appointed legal advisor who run in court under Sharia law. That's my belief, I have to say. Right? That's my belief that I know. The usher and the council tax woman. All of them. And all of them in that council that's had out to do, especially that little shit that told me, well, how are you going to get him? Are you going to get your sheriff? Coming for you, mate. Tick tock, tick tock. Right, guys, let me just read a few of your comments and then I'm going to get off. Always write in red pen, guys. You know, if you've sent that off, for instance, as it is, it's typed in it. Now, you could type in red, but no, write it because it's coming from the living man. Do you get me? Anyone can type in red. And your signature is just Christine Ann of the Foley family. That's it. Get a copy of that off the Common Law Court. It's there, www.commonlawcourt.com. Get a copy of that and send them. Don't ever send them the copy. Don't ever send them, you know, the original that you've got. Get it off Common Law Court and send them a copy. And that went with his second document. And that is proof of an actual common law court hearing where the council tax on April the 18th, 2009. I'm sorry if I've shouted tonight, guys. You might have had to turn your bloody volume down. But I decided at about 7:45 when I watched that video, I've got to go on and just redo this and just tell people there is nothing stopping you from standing up but you. It's all right, it's all doing keyboard, guys. And like I said, I'm doing it to me and all, but we need to be on there. We need to be out there because I'm telling you now, they only start on them Patriots when there's not many of them. When there's loads, they shit themselves, they stand right back. They don't bother anybody because that's what they are, you see, the cowards, the criminal cowards. And they're being protected by supposed police officers behind them gates. They're all raping children and murdering them in sacrifices. Oh, yeah, you wait till you find out about Blair. You wait while you find out about Blair and how evil he is. Do you know how much he's worth, guys? 60 million. 60 million. How's that twat worth 60 million? Because they've been sucking life out of us lot, that's why. And it's all money he's made from wars and all sorts. Disgusting. Disgusting. There were millions on the street against them going into, was it Iraq? I can't remember bloody what. It didn't make no difference, did it? They did it anyway. And that's their mentality. We're doing it anyway. And that's why they're just carrying on with this New World Order. Well, you ain't getting no New World Order cabal. Puppets. Are they, guys? Hey, yes, Lisa. Lisa knows. It's the council. They just rent a room in the courts. Yes. They rent a room in the courts because when I tried to get the names of everybody that had harmed me that day and ignored the common law, the supreme law of this land, to which I have the Sharia court appointed legal advisor banged to rights on doing him for sedition when he shouted in a court building, let alone a public building, when I told him that supreme law was the common law is the supreme law of this land, and he shouted in front of a witness, no, it isn't, with his hand in my face. Feel like I'm going to have my Sunday roast when I take them lot. Swear to God I do. Eh? All them decades they've been sneering down their noses at us and just doing what they wanted and throwing our patriots about. They never arrested any of them from that day with Tommy Robinson, by the way, guys. One whale, I can only describe her as a massive whale, went flying over with arms into his head. None of them arrested. That could have been acid. Next time it might be. Where are our people, guys? Common law is the law of the land. I've told you guys, Anna. The supreme law. There is no act, no statute, no legislation above. They've just tried to make you believe that. They've lied to you all your lives. I know you lot know, guys. Yeah. Lisa's saying, yeah, Nash, like Lisa of the family. Yeah. You know, you can put your living woman, you know, I always do, Lisa. Because that tells them that you're very aware of their fraud. You're very aware that they're a criminal network. People are still calling her Prime Minister. She ain't no Prime Minister. She's going to be hung for her crimes. Trust me, I know what she's done. And it ain't just denying us Brexit. It goes a lot deeper than that, trust me. Her name, Merkel. Merkel, so far, she seems to kind of kept a low profile and not being blamed for it, but she is to blame for millions of people's deaths. She's covered in blood. Isn't she, guys? I had a comment deleted on Facebook. It was Romy Tobinson. Not even the right spelling, but they know. They're animals. Listen, guys, I'm not going to go into it too much tonight because I've talked about constitution being solution, which it is. And I've talked about the need for people to stop being afraid and to, you know, stand up in righteousness. Because trust me, if people are not doing anything, not sharing anything, not doing anything at all, don't get me wrong, I know that some people are doing stuff on a quiet profile that people don't know. But if anybody is out there not doing anything, not even sharing, not even making anybody aware of what's going on, then you are committing a crime against the common law of this land and against the people. Because your silence is submission to them. That's why they're still pushing forward. If there were a million of us on the street, you know, at weekend, they'd think twice, wouldn't they? But you're telling them through your inaction, through your quietness, through your inability to stand up on the street, you're telling them it's okay. And not one person think, well, if I don't go, it won't make any difference. It's only one person. Well, if everyone thinks that, we'll have nobody out there, will we? And I'm talking to myself when I say that as well, guys, because I'd never ask anybody to do what I won't do myself. Poorly or no poorly. And even then, if they try and do anything to me, I'll have them, because it's them that's forced me into being out on the street. Get me, guys? Innit? Merkel is supposed to be Hitler's granddaughter. Now, you've pulled that up, haven't you, Cabal? You've pulled that up, haven't you, Cleggy? You're going to hang, Clegg. You might think you're head at Facebook Mafia now, but you're going to hang, mate. Trust me. You're going to hang. All of you. You dirty, filthy paedophiles, criminals. Guys, if you knew what I know a lot of you do, guys. But anyone that's thinking, whoa, it's going a bit... No, I'm just being straight. I'm just being honest. And when you find out what they've done in detail, then you'll feel exactly the same. They'll need to arrest these shortly, guys, because once that report comes out, once that Pfizer stuff come out, they're going to need arresting for their own safety, aren't they? You know, when I say they're killing kids and they're having these sacrifices, I don't think people really take it in as fact, but it's fact, innit? Anyway, guys, that would just, you know, that's not going to be me gone now for another week or what have you. I'll probably still come on in another 2 or 3 days, but I felt that were really important. Why ain't Tommy Robinson using common law? I believe that if the reason he's not using common law is because Philip's saying, if this is true, we are still under royal rule. I think we are, Philip. Because you're not to look at the Queen, guys, in this instance, because I had this out with, I think it was Gary, and I was saying, well, she's corrupt as hell. She's top up there with him. And he said, yeah, but without her, we don't have a constitution. Like, I don't know technicalities of that, guys, but thanks for pointing that out, Philly. Yeah, still under royal rule. Well, we're still under constitution. It's her that's committed treason, massive treason against the people. We have stayed in honour. And that's why we've stayed on it and don't let them wind you up. The amount of satisfaction that you will get by staying very calm and just being straight and telling them, the next time you put your hand on me, that is your choice. But you must take responsibility because you will be held. Any of you, anybody involved in harm or dragging me around will face a common law court ASAP. You watch them back off. Why do you think Tracy gets, she does it? But Tracy brings in action statutes. I wouldn't even do that. I mean, I think it's good for her. But, because of the position she's in and, she's fighting for 3 boys and she's fighting for everything, isn't she? Brexit and the lot. Fascist book. Cleggy. You can review all the messages you want, but you can never change the truth. And the truth will win. No matter how much you demons are trying to just throw it on its face. Alex Jones, guys, have you seen it? He's made a I don't know what word I'm looking for. He's made a plea to Trump today about the censoring on fascist book and saying, they brought it in, haven't they, where in schools and universities it's free speech has got to be by law. It's got to be, so it stops all these lefties and these, reptilians that are all in with, at top. I'm telling you guys, reptilians. I'm not even going there tonight. But Phil is saying, I wonder what happened with King John and his descendants' plans after signing the Magna Carta. I don't know if you're on about John Manoa there or actual King John. That Magna Carta, all I can tell you, Philly, is that Magna Carta is definitely enforced today, right? And it has been definitely since 2001. Go and have a look at it, guys. Look at Lisbon Treaty, Caroline Stevens with a P. PH. Tommy was asked by the Dragons if he wanted help. Where have I just seen that? They would help him, but he declined. He declined. Nash. That my guess, guys. It's only my guess. I could be wrong, but my guess is that Tommy's working with a lot of good people, and they have a plan. And it's obviously, you know, I do know that they're gonna, you know, they need it all to they need to take them all down, you know, in one foul swoop, if you like, without me going into any detail. So maybe, you know, like if Tommy had used common law, like straight away, you've got. I have heard this in, Agenda, Nash. I have heard this in America, and it's just, remember, guys, parallel, exactly the same's happening here, right? They're letting him. They've had to let him believe that they're in control for some time now, so that they deplete their resources. Because trust me, they had total control of every living man and woman on this earth, but under the pretense that you were all dead at sea under maritime law. Well, you're not. You're under common law. It's the supreme law. Their acts and statutes and legislation are nothing. So, guys, that's my guess. I could be wrong, Nash. That attacking him, I'll tell you what, it's all right. He's a brave lad, is Tommy. He is, isn't he? You know, he'll go places on his own. When I did one in my life, I said, don't go knocking on the door because they're mental. They're psychopaths. They'll have someone stab you or throw acid in your face. Well, he's going out on them bloody, you know, canvassing days. And apparently he's got a couple of them, but they're smaller than him. You know, how about a couple of burly lads just saying, here, Tommy, I'll go round with you. A few burly lads, you know. I'm sure they would. I'm sure they must have offered. I think it's a bit strange, but I think it's the way it's got to be, guys. That's my opinion. And this EU voting, I've got to say that I don't understand why the hell Tommy is standing as an MEP, but I trust the plan. And I believe that Tommy is not working on his own. This is my belief. I believe that Tommy is part of a bigger, much bigger good guy circle. And they have a plan. And sometimes, like I said, guys, stuff that you think are happening, they're not. Or at least not the way you think it. Remember what Trump says. Sometimes there's no way we can get away from it because they have to play them at their own game, see, a lot of time. And they have to, one, make it look like they're getting away with what they're doing. And two, agenda and money, Nash. Yeah. His descendants are all linked to president except one and royal families. Guys, it's all incest. They're all interbred. They're all interbred. You know? And I don't know how anyone can, you know, not see what that queen is, but maybe, you know, for reasons there, people, you know, I've heard Gary say that if she went down, Constitution would go with it, and I'm not sure how he gets that, but they know more than me technically, don't they? If Tommy gets to be an MEP, he will get 2 million. No, he won't, Nash. No, he won't. Because Tommy has already stated publicly, before and on his canvassing, or whatever they do, campaigning, right? He's already said any money that he gets as an MEP, he is going to donate to these kids that have been raped. And some of them murdered. Why did nobody have the guts to stand up to that guy that were calling him a racist and going about when he's been in prison and all the rest, right? Why didn't anybody turn round and have the guts to say, listen, we are not talking about Muslims, we are talking about your ideology and your Quran. We do not like what's in your Quran. And we do not like what your radicals preach. And we do not like the fact that they are raping and murdering and maiming our children, young children. Why did anybody think to say that? Or to stand up and say it? Because I damn well would. And I tell you what, next time Tommy Robinson comes anywhere near, I'm going to it and let one of them. And I'm not just talking about Muslims here, I'm talking about these radical lefties, especially that big fat one that smashed him in top of head. You disgust me. You weren't a woman. You were either a bloke or you were a thing. That's what you were. TikTok. Let any of them try bully me, guys. Like I said, that and that, not that. We are fetched it back by wheeling the Queen out to sign the withdrawal bill. That's why they are trying to shut people up as fast as they can. Yes. So the Queen signed the withdrawal bill. Tommy has asked, I wonder what happened with King John. Yeah, I've seen that one. His descendants are all linked to presidents except one and royal families. Guys, they're all You think Rothschilds are as biggest worry? No, and they're not as worried. There's a lot of time it's how you look at things in it, guys. It's how it is. You've got to stop seeing us as victims, and they're gonna do this, gonna do that. If we stand up, they won't. And we don't need any violence whatsoever. You just need your strength of mind and your body to stand there and say, listen, you ain't getting away with this corruption no more. No more. Innit, guys? Yeah, he's giving his money to charities for survivors of the grooming gangs. Yes, Lisa Boom. He certainly is. He's not taking a penny. He's not taking a penny, guys. But you see, the mainstream media have you believe that he's making loads of money off it and that milkshake just slipped out of that lad's hand and that, they'd be screaming blue murder if that were a Muslim guy or a Muslim woman that got punched, wouldn't they? The police walked off, didn't they, guys? He was saying to them, where are you going? They were just being told to stand down and let him, whatever happened to him. They want to kill him. Tommy, stop letting people so close to you, man. Stop it, because you're going to get killed. I know he likes to be around people, doesn't he? But you can't, Tommy. Not at this late stage, guys, can he? He said he's going to take the EU down from the inside. We've left EU, haven't we, Lisa? We have. 29th we left. Just sent you a message on Facebook. I know you can't reply. Sorry, I left for a bit. My Chinese turned up. No worries, Andy love. Listen, guys, I'm going to go now. I am, because I don't tea and that, and I am going to come on in another 2 or 3 days. And so my ban will be up on Fascist Book until, pricks start, getting me banned again. But, all these people need to do is just get off their backside and go on them streets. I think it's absolutely pitiful that the same people in London are going out on the streets and the rest of them are just sat there and they're just walking past and looking at them. Get yourself in there. Stood with your people. Otherwise, you're just bloody traitors and you'll be tried as such, innit, guys? Right, guys. I'm going to go now. Now I've done all that. Anybody that's just coming on, thank you for watching. You'll have to go back on it. I don't think anybody's just come on, but I know there's people I can't see. And to you people that I can't see and that I've not been able to converse with or even say hello to you, my heart goes out to you. I am, every single one of you are with me in my heart, right? Make Britain great again. So, guys, I'm going to get off for now. Yeah. You know, guys, I know that some of you might think, oh, well, that's like a refresh. No. This is me saying, stop it. Stop ignoring lawful rebellion because it's demanded of you. Stop ignoring lawful rebellion and just go into it. How much are you going to save in council tax for a start? And you can, it gives you so much. It gives you what you should already have, authority. They're taking all those authority away from us. Well, I'm getting mine back, and I suggest you do the same, guys. Stand up to them when you're in person. Tell them, put your hand on me or push me once more. That's your choice, but you will stand in a common law court and watch them run. They might still gob it for a bit, but they won't arrest you. Unless they're crazy and they think they can get away with it. But they'll soon find they can't, won't they, guys? Christine, the Dragon's Day has changed to Birmingham. Well, that's even better for me, I think. No, it's not. Birmingham. It's further away, I think. Oh, it doesn't matter, though. Because Simon Bean, MBE, the veteran, wants to give a speech. There's a few more people going to give a speech. Yeah, well, I'd like to give a speech, Lisa. I'll speak to Gary about it and see what he thinks. But I just think that I'm, I feel that I can naturally connect with people, and that's a good thing to have. And when you've got that, you've got a duty to belt that out there, aren't you, guys? Don't forget them dirty criminals and paedophiles in that parliament, calling her Prime Minister May. You are. Makes me feel sick, guys. Right, I'm going to go, guys. So I hope that's been helpful. I know some of you guys, you already know on that. I've not just been talking about the Constitution being the solution tonight. I've not just been talking about getting yourself registered on common law court. I've not just been talking about, how to not pay your council tax. I've been showing you how to take your authority back from these criminals and paedophiles and Satanists. Innit, guys? So, guys, I hope it's been beneficial for some of you. All of you. What I'm saying above all today is, why are people not using their constitutional rights? Why are they allowing people themselves to be pushed about? Them coppers that walked away, that I saw with my own eyes not yesterday, when they walked away from Tommy Robinson, when he were being attacked and they could see he were being attacked. You lot, you're all going down for that. Apart from the fact that they're not fulfilling their oath on these streets, guys, they walked away from a man that could have been murdered. So he had a milkshake thrown in his face this time. Next time it could be acid. Next time he goes and stands and tries to debate with somebody, he could get a bullet in his head. That lad needs to sort his security out. And coming from someone like me, he probably wouldn't take a blind bit of bloody notice. I've messaged him before and I never get note back. And you can tell yourself, well, he's busy. Well, a lot of people are busy, but they answer, don't they? It's the only thing I don't like about Tommy. It's almost like it's gone to his head a little bit. Well, you need to just put your feet back down on earth, love. You do. And you need to explain to people why you're doing that in some way that people can understand your reasons for it. I still stand by that, guys, don't you? So, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. Please, please stand up and take the strength and go out in the streets. Use your common law. You're protected by it once you go into lawful rebellion. Ask Angela Verdon or any at Dragons, but Angela is, or Emma, Emma as in EMA. I used to call her Emma, didn't I, at first. Ask them for the pack. Just say the Lawful Rebellion Pack. It's in 3 stages. Your lawful rebellion, they ignore that. Your affidavit of truth, and then your 10 days after each one, and then your last one, and then you can bang them for a summons, and I'll tell people what to do if they need to. So, guys, with that, I'm going to love you and leave you. Here's my hand. Here's my heart, and to every single person out there that I can see and I can't see, and I know there's people I can't, I absolutely love every single one of you, and that's why I'm here. Get tough, get real, and realise that we can make Britain great again, because we have the sovereignty. The sovereignty is not anybody's but the people's. The power you have when we all come together and unite is nobody could ever imagine. I love every single one of you guys, and I'll see you very soon. All right? Have a lovely evening, and I'll speak to you soon.